graphed over an area here. The bank line drops out to about 10 feet. And I got a spotted bass here on a drop shot. Just missed one, and then this guy took it as soon as it hit the bottom, which tells me he more than likely followed this thing down. Not a bad one at all. Good healthy spotted bass right here. There we go. Nice little chunky guy. Boy, once these hooks get them, they're not getting off. That's a pretty fish right there. I'm using a little minnow type bait, using the color baby bass because these bass have spawned not too long ago, and that color is really good for what I'm doing right now, and I'm just nose hooking it. So let's see if I can get another. This one's pulling. Boy, this is a really nice spotted bass right here. Good and chunky on a drop shot. Talk to you guys in a little bit about how I found them. Yeah, this is a nice one here. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah. Nice spotted bass right here. Beautiful. Beautiful fish. Yeah, they're after this drop shot really good. Show you guys here in a little bit my setup. It's Dalton, everybody, just out here having some fun today. Beautiful day for fishing. Overcast. Wind died down, so I started throwing this drop shot. And man, I tell you, I found a group of them out here. I was graphing this area, and I found a little group of them just kind of sitting out there. And there's still some going underneath the boat. I'm gonna reposition my boat, get back out there. They're off this shore bank right here. I wanna show you guys what I got going on here. Right here is the bank line, just kind of drops off. And right out here, I am basically setting in about 10 foot of water. I'm just staying in this 10 to 15 foot zone. Throwing a Tatula rod, and I've got a Daiwa Fago reel, size 1000. And what I'm using is 6-pound test Seagar and Vizix. My braided line, the backup line there is Suffix A32, a bright yellow color. This right here is a Zoom Tiny Fluke. It's in a baby bass color. This is a good color right now because of the recent spawning. That's a size 4 Aaron Martin's Gamakatsu drop shot hook, if you can see it well enough. And then right here, I've got an 1/8 ounce lead drop shot weight. A lot of people have asked me why I use a swivel on my weight. Well, the reason for that is that if the wind kicks up and I need to go maybe to a 3/16 or a 1/4 ounce, I don't have to retie. All I got to do is just switch the weights. Now what I'm doing out here right around 10 to 15 feet, and I'll show you how slowly I'm actually working this drop shot. So what I do is, and that's the nice thing about that high vis line, I know exactly when this bait is on the bottom. And it should get, there we go, I'm on the bottom. So all I'm doing is I am slowly just moving this bait back to me. Not doing much with it. I keep my rod tip high because the sensitivity is a whole lot better, especially when fishing with things like worms and drop shots, stuff like that. You just get a lot more sensitivity. And all I'm doing is just slowly dragging this bait, just giving little bitty twitches, and that fluke is just kind of moving around like that. And I just cover this area, and again, they're just kind of running, chasing bait. There'll be a few casts where I won't get any bites, then I'll pick up another 2 or 3 fish. And it's just a very, very simple way to fish this drop shot. The key is fishing it really slow. Hopefully I can get another bite here. Make another cast. And if you notice on this drop shot, I just nose hook it. I've already caught a couple of fish with this. They last a while, even when you nose hook them like that. But if you nose hook the bait, you get a lot better action out of these little drop shot baits. And these little flukes are dynamite because you use a baby bass color or you use a shad color, whatever color you like. And man, it looks just like a little minnow, just kind of swimming along the bottom. Man, what a fun way to catch them. There's a fish right there. There's a fish. Just moving real slow right off this point. I got a dock over here, a little ramp. And not a very big one, but he's a fish. Just a little guy. This kind of gives you guys an idea of, you know, at least how I like to work these drop shots. I don't necessarily move them too quick. Just real slow and get you a little fish. So I just want to do a short video on drop shotting, specifically this bait. Again, it's called a Zoom Tiny Fluke. I basically buy them in 2 or 3 colors. I get the baby bass, I get one that's called albino, and then one that's just straight white. They're excellent, excellent baits for drop shotting. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna go look at some more areas of the lake. Again, just really spend the day catching a few fish, but getting to know the lake again. It's another whole deal out here now. We'll talk to you guys on the next video.